Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We are back again. It's time for a bonus banger. It's time for a bonus banger, man. That's a lot, man. It's time for a bonus banger, and I got one. I keep a banger at all times. Like I always say before I start these videos off, I have no problem delivering this content to everybody that's out here working hard, working a 9 to 5. Everybody that's out here with their own business, getting to that bag the legit way. I make sure y'all got something to watch, man. I promise y'all there's no problem on my end. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I only ask for one thing in the process, though. But that's for y'all to just stay out the way, man. That's it, man. Like, I really don't want to see y'all go to jail, make a mistake like I did when I was young, man, and get taken away from your family for almost 2 decades, man. I was gone almost 20 years for one stupid juvenile mistake. I wasn't getting no money out that deal, man. I got taken away from my family, man. And it was crazy, man. Like, it's crazy to see, you know, your mom was this age when you got locked up and you come home, she's this age, man. Like, that's a scary situation, man. Like, it's a scary situation to get locked up young with no kids. Then you come home, you in your 30s, 40s, and you ain't got no kids, man. Like, you missed a lot. You gonna have old man baby, man. Y'all trying to have old man babies, man. Well, you can't get locked up at a young age, man. All the young dudes is out here wilding, man. When you mess up big, man, they gonna lay you down big, man. They gonna give you 20 or better, 15 or better, 30 or better. It depends what you do. You gotta know how to stay out the way out here, man. Like, I know I'm asking for a lot by telling y'all to move like me. And I know everybody is not gonna move like me, man. Like, but I'm just telling y'all, man, the staying out the way life is a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life, man. I ain't out here looking over my shoulder. I'm not looking for the cops. I don't care if I get pulled over. I'm legit. Like, I don't care. I'm living a great life, man. Like, and that's what I want from y'all, man. Like, staying on the streets, beefing, and just always head on a swivel, and you never know what's coming from you from this direction, man. That's not a life to live. You can't even go out in public with your family, man. All y'all that's out here beefing, man. You gotta turn it around some type of way, man. And staying out the way is the best way to turn it around, man. Don't be scared to be a regular guy, because a lot of y'all scared to be regular. A lot of y'all scared to be like, you know what, man? I'm scared to go put an application in, man. I'm scared to struggle for a change, man. A lot of y'all scared of that, man. But you know what, man? Those things I just said, it's a part of life. And everybody goes through it, man. So just stay out the way, man. It's not a bad thing. That's all I'm asking y'all, man. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This is a bonus banger. So what I need y'all to do with this one, like, share, subscribe, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. But it's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called It's Time Ran Out. Part 1. Crazy story, crazy situation, but we are aware, people. We are in penitentiary, man, but crazy things happen all the time, man. I'm telling you, man, like, you have so many people in prison that just put themselves in all type of unimaginable debts. Like, you know, we already locked up, man. We already got to depend on somebody to save us on the street, to save us from a major debt, man, when we ain't in prison, just tricking up everything, man. Like, dudes do that like they don't even know that we got to rely on somebody on the street to be able to save the day, man. People that's in penitentiary, man, that's doing their thing, getting a little money or whatever they hustle is, man, they do not play about money, man. They treat everything serious, man. The money is serious in there, man. It ain't even cash. It's just currency of stuff that, you know, oh, the money was sent. Oh, some comments, like, that's nothing, man. You got to be able to stay out the way in there, man. I'm telling you, man, like, dudes don't play about that stuff, man. So every time I seen somebody put themselves in an unimaginable debt, it always goes wrong, y'all. So with that being said, though, we on Lawrenceville for this one, y'all. We on Lawrenceville. I can remember being in 30 building, man, and this was around the time, man, where, like, you know, a lot of things was coming my direction, man. Like, you know, I had the gift of gab. You know, I was a person that, you know, a lot of dudes rock with, man. and I was a person that can make it happen, man. Like, you know, my hand was in things, man. Like, you know, I was touching, getting on, trying to get money, spending money to get money. Like, Lawrenceville was one of those places that you can do stuff like that, man. So that's what I had going on. I'm in that junk trying to live, man. You know, like, I ain't trying to be no poop-putt in that junk, man. I'm in that junk trying to stay relevant, man. Because that's what I felt like Lawrenceville was about, man. Like, if you a dude, yeah, you can lay back and chill. If you got money and you can stand and go to the store and you ain't doing nothing, man, you can do that, man. But if you ain't really got no motion in Lawrenceville, it look like you kind of like just wasting Lawrenceville. Like, I don't care what your hustle is, man. Like, you better find something to be able to hustle, man. And my hustle was the work. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, man. Like, it's sad that I made hustling like my number one thing to do in prison, man. Like, I know y'all like, man, Weezy, you won't stand out the way about hustling all the time. Like, I felt like hustling was something that kind of like gave me a routine. Just like right now, by me getting up every day doing these stories for y'all, it's a routine. Like, in there, like trying to get money, trying to put the play together every week, trying to figure out how we gonna get it every week, trying to score every week, chasing the la-la. I felt like that was my routine right there, man. So it was something that kept me going. So that's what I was doing, man. So I used to touch the la-la. I used to touch the la-la a lot, man. Like around this time in 30 building, man. Like, it was right there to grab. Like, I'm in the par with dudes who got the weight, and like, for real, I could have got the weight anytime from them. Like, I can go score from them and go get a zip anytime I want to. Now, this is mid right now. This isn't the loud pack era right yet, but this is still the mid. But there's so many people in Lawrenceville that be touching, like, and I can go score anytime and get rid of this stuff, man. Like, Lawrenceville was just one of those camps. So I have the la-la around this time on the story right here I'm talking about, man. I got the la-la, man. I don't got a zip, but I probably had like over a quarter, something like that. I had almost a half a zip, but I had almost a half a zip, but it's almost gone. So I had a few homeboys that I would talk to, man. A few homeboys that I would rock with, and they was cool. You know what I mean? They was from the town. Like, you know, a few of them, like, you know, they moved in and saw that I had motion. They seen my other homeboy had motion, and like, you know, they wanted to emulate that, man. They wanted to really get into the car and like do what we was doing. Like, can you blame dudes? Dudes come up to Lawrenceville, they see, oh, Weezy getting money, such and such getting money. Like, if they rock with you, they trying to get money too. So like, everybody wanted that. But just like everybody be wanting to get money, everybody can't really get money on Lawrenceville, man, because everybody don't have the means to get money on Lawrenceville, man. Like, you know, just like my homeboy that I'm talking about, man. We're gonna call him Bo. Now, my homeboy Bo, like, he was somebody that wanted to get to the bag, but like, you know, he didn't have nobody on the street. He didn't have nobody he can really call like that. He didn't have really nothing that he can really do to get to the bag. Like, you know, you got to have these tools to be able to get to the bag, man. Because if you get into the bag, I'm talking about money, not commissary. Like, if you get into the bag, how you going to clean the money? Yeah, you can have your own green dot card and rock like that, but you got to have one of these to do that. Bo didn't have one of those, man. Like, I had one, but I don't have one at the time. I'm going next door to use my man joint, which is a little bit more convenient for me, that I don't have to really stay up late and babysit the phone and try to do this. So I don't mind going over there to use the jack. And sometimes when I leave it, he'll send it to me and I'll rock overnight. But it all depends, man. But like, Bo didn't have the tools to be able to kind of get money, man. And I used to feel bad for him because, you know, he was definitely a hustler, man. Like, you know, he hustled on the street. You had a lot of dudes that hustle on the street but get locked up with no help. Like, you would see stuff like that all the time. So like, I knew that he got money on the street from a few people that knew him from the neighborhood he was from in Norfolk. They told me about him, like, yeah, bro, ever since he was young, he was getting to the bag, you know what I mean? So I heard about it. So, you know, he come in and see everything that's going on. He see the dudes over here got phones. He see that I'm rocking with the la-la. He see my homeboy got the la-la. He see everything that's going on. And like, he came in feeling like, man, like, yo, what I gotta do? I remember we was in the cell chilling one day, man. We was all in there talking. It was me, Bo, and my other homeboy, man. We was just in there kicking. We hitting the la-la. And he just was like, man, for real, man, I'm just tired of like getting invited to parties, and I'm just tired of like everybody trying to like, you know what I mean? I'm just tired of getting invited to parties, and I'm tired of not having nothing, man. Like, for real, I'm about to start taking dude stuff. Now, Bo, he wasn't really no big dude, but he was a slight little bit taller than me, regular body. He didn't work out. Brown skinned dude, had the waves, you know what I mean? But still though, he was a goon, you know what I mean? Like, he was definitely a goon, even though he got money on the street. He put work in on the street as well. So he just was like, man, I'm sick of looking at all these lames, man, getting on. I'm about to start taking dude stuff. Weezy, man, I'm just sick of it, man. He was hitting the fees. He was like, man, I'm sick of it, Weezy. Man, I'm sick of it, man. I'm like, yo, hey, real talk, bro. I'm like, man, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. And you can vouch for this. I told my homeboy, like, yo, you can vouch for this. Like, yo, I'm like, listen, this ain't the camp to do that on. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not saying you can't do it, but I'm just saying, like, bro, it's gonna be hard to do it on this camp and get away with it and be able to be comfortable. He was like, man, anybody can get got. Anybody can get got. He was like, man, look, what else I'm gonna do then? Just keep getting invited to parties. Like, You know what I mean? I felt like he called my bluff on some maniac activity, like on some, yeah, what else I supposed to do, man? Like he got loud in the cell. So I'm like, yo, bro, chill, bro, calm down. I'm like, yo, chill out, bro. I'm like, what you talking about, bro? I'm like, bro, out of nowhere, you supposed to be relaxing, bro. You hitting the la-la, bro. You freaking hyper, bro. Like, what you got going on? Like, you just did the outer pay, bro. What you got going on? He was like, man, I'm just tired, man. I'm just tired of being in the way, man. I'm just tired of being in the way, man. Like, for real, man. When I went to the jail, man, my girl dipped. Man, you know what I mean? I ain't got no kids. So like, man, I'm just tired of all this, man. My other homeboy, like he a little bit older than us. He was just sitting there listening like, bro, for real though, bro. Like, yeah, I feel where you coming from, man. But like, robbing a dude for they pack, bro, they ain't gangster though, bro. Like he was like on the street. Like, you know, dudes do it, man, because you know, the streets you gotta survive. I was like, in here you gotta survive. You gotta survive in here too. What's the difference? There ain't no difference from out there and in here. You gotta survive in here too. So my man like, yo, look, yeah, you right. But this is what I'm saying though, on the streets, you got a whole free world to run around and be a psycho like you wanna be. But in here, like it's compressed. Like you're not gonna be able to just take somebody's stuff and just, this is what it is. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I know it's cream puffs in here getting to that bag, but still though, you know what I mean? So he like, man, like, I just ain't feeling it, man. He was like, man, he hit the Feezy one more time. He was like, man, I appreciate you, Weezy, man. He gave the Feezy, my homeboy, man. He was like, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. You know what I mean? Old doctors up and left, y'all. So boom. So he left off the jump, man. My homeboy was like, man, that's crazy, man. What we gonna do with Bo, man? Because we can't let him crash out. But he was like, he definitely a freaking stick one of these losers in here, man. He definitely a take it. He was like, he been talking about it. He been talking about doing it. But like, for real, I just been kind of like taming him a little bit. He was like, man, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to keep holding the leash. Because, you know, like, I look out for him, you look out for him, Weezy, but like, they ain't enough, man. You know, a man wanna be a man. I was like, yeah, you right, bro. I was like, man, but at the same time though, man, like, soon as he try to take somebody's stuff, bro, I was like, every time somebody always got somebody they deal with. So it's gonna be a problem, regardless if it's the Richmond team, the red team, the blue team, the GD team, it don't matter. Somebody gonna feel some type of way about somebody homeboy pack getting took, and I said, you know it too, bro. He was like, yeah, you're right, man. He was like, but I'm just letting you know, like, he might be on crash out mode soon. You know what I mean? He might be on crash out mode soon. So like, I'm just giving you the count, like, just, you know what I mean? Like, just be on point, like, you know what I mean? Because, you know, we ain't gonna let nobody do nothing to him in front of our eyes. I'm like, nah, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to him. But I'm like, yo, bro, gotta chill though, because I'm like, what he gonna do? Gonna get him sent off this jank. So like, we talked about it, but at the end of the day, there's still nothing that we can do, y'all. So boom. So all that talking we was doing, it didn't even really matter because bro was gonna make his own decision anyway, man. Like, I wasn't in a position where I can really like save him. You know what I mean? Like, I like saving people. Pause. Like, I like kind of like, you know, if I got it, yeah, I'm gonna give you a job, bro. I'm gonna let you, yeah. I want you to feel like you're a part of something too. Oh, here you go. Yeah, if you mess it up, that's on you. You duct tape after that. Like, I was that guy in there. You know what I mean? I was that guy that kind of like put people in little positions, not big positions that we winning, but like just have a little bit of motion. Like, cause dudes will watch you, like on the street, it's dangerous watching a guy that has the motion. It's really dangerous because you don't know who's trying to get you. In prison, like it's slightly dangerous, not as much as the street, because you'll be doing your thing and you'll be seeing people in the pod watching you. You'll go to the chow, or you'll see dudes you never knew like that in other pods watching you, outside dudes watching you. Dudes is watching because they witness emotion, man. A lot of people want to be in your position. A lot of people want to be in your shoes and have the same motion that you having, but a lot of people just don't be having the means to do it. So I was used to like catching looks and dudes watching me and all of that. I was used to all of that. I was used to all of that because I was one of those guys. So like, I just kind of blocked that out and continued doing what I was doing. But like I was saying though, there's no way that I can save bro. You know what I mean? So like, bro gonna just end up doing what he gonna do. And then he's gonna get sent off the compound, and that's gonna be on him. And that's gonna be on him, so that's his problem, man. So that's how me and bro carried it. So after we kicked it, we left out. After we left out, we was going to lunch, man. So we stayed out in the pod all the way up till it was time to leave for lunch. So Bo still looking like he a little, you know what I mean, a little bit upset. You know what I mean? He just was like, man, for real, man. He was like, yo, I'm ready to get old boy, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, who? He was talking about one of the dudes that I told y'all that's getting on with all the la-la that's in my pod. So when he said it, like one of the dudes that he talking about, like, I'll say 2 out of the 3 are cream puffs. You know what I mean? The other one of them, he gonna have a problem with, just on the strength that he been down a little longer. And like, he ain't really with that activity of somebody taking something, you know what I mean? But like at the end of the day, Bo was talking about getting one of the cream puffs. So when he said it, I just was like, yo, bro, chill, bro. Nah, you ain't gotta do that, man. Just chill, bro, man, for a little bit longer, bro. You like, man, look, man, man, I'm gonna get him, bro. Next time he strike, I'm gonna get him. I'm like, no, you don't have to get him. You don't have to get him, bro. Just chill, man. He was like, man, well, look what I'm gonna do, bro. Man, I'm tired of being messed up, bro. I'm tired of my pockets. I'm tired of not having nothing in my box, bro. Like, this junk getting ridiculous, bro. Like, I can't even get no job. Like, he was majorly frustrated. It felt like he was whining, but like, dudes go through this in prison. So like, you gotta be somebody that understands when somebody backers against the wall when it comes to financial situations. Like, it ain't no joke because it happens in there, man. Like I told y'all, we are depending on y'all out here on the street. We are depending on people on the street to make sure that we eat, man. And like, that should be a shirt, man. Like, people in jail are depending on people from the street to make sure they eat, man. That's wild right there, y'all. So boom. But it's a known fact though, man. So I was able to calm him down a little bit. But I ain't gonna lie, he had the little dude in his radar. He had the little dude in his radar who he wanted to get, man. And like, I seen it in his eyes that that's what he really wanted to do. So when we go to the chow hall, I walk in the chow hall, I see my man from 80 building working in the dining room. So when I see him, I said, oh man, like I ain't never seen bro in the dining room. Bro always working in the kitchen. He always in the kitchen. So when I see him, he was like, oh, what's up, Weezy, man? Now I know this dude I'm talking about. He from Norfolk as well. I know him. He was on Sussex 2 with me, man. So when I see him, me and him kicked it because like I wouldn't see him as much, you know what I mean? So we kicking it. Where I'm standing up, like I ain't even feeling sit down on my food yet. Me and bro kicking it. So I'm talking to him. And he just telling me, I'm like, what's going on over there? And he like, man, everything, bro. He was like, well, look, though. He was like, man, he was talking about this a particular gang. He was like, yeah, they the ones that got all the la over here. You know what I mean? He was like, man, look, I fly under the radar and I be messing with the hottest chicken. That's what I be messing with, man. He was like, because the hottest chicken, I'm telling you, there's so many people that mess with it that you wouldn't even believe. I was like, yo, bro, this is my word. I seen my mans over in 31 grab that joint and I seen them go bananas with the hottest chicken, bro. I was like, the hottest chicken definitely sell. So he was like, yeah, I be having that. He was like, man, my man, he was telling me about another dude that we knew that went home from Sussex. He was like, yo, look, this is my word. He was like, man, he be sending me a half every time through this joint. I said, you be getting 14 grams of the hardball? He said, man, listen, I don't do no joking around. He said, I got to grease the dude beat, get it in for me. He said, after I do that, I'm still walking away with like 10 grams, you know what I mean? So I'm like, man, that's crazy. So I said, 14 get you 10? He was like, 14 get you 10. So I'm like, man, what's up, bro, man? Give me bro number. You know what I mean? So I didn't even know that dude was on the street that we talk about, you know what I mean? So he gave me dude number. So when he gave me dude number, man, I immediately went in 229 and 31. You know what I mean? I went immediately in 229 and 31, y'all. Immediately, you hear me? Immediately. I came from child and went straight to 31. So I go over there, I shoot to my man cell, asked to use the jack. Get on the jack. I call bro. Bro don't answer. You know what I mean? He probably don't know the number. My man phone was a 434 area code. You know, down where we from is 75 Sam gang. So he ain't answer probably for that reason. So I text him. You know what I mean? Hey, look, bro, this Weezy, man. He was on Sussex 2 with, bro. Get with me, bro. Call this number back, man, because I'm over my man. I'm in my man's cell. Yeah, holler at me, bro. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, we in the cell kicking it. 10 minutes later, my man, I could tell his phone ringing. He vibrating. He keep it in his little pouch. He grabbed the joint. He was like, you see the number? He was like, yo, that's your man that you just called. I said, let me get the junk. Get. Yo, what's up, bro? He was like, oh, T Weezy, what's good? What you doing? I was like, I'm chilling, man. I was like, yo, you ain't believe this. He was like, what? I said, bro, guess what prison I'm at, bro? He was like, where? You still on Sussex? I was like, nah, bro, I'm on Lawrenceville. He was like, for real? I was like, yeah. I said, bro, he was like, yeah, you know, such and such up there. I was like, yeah, I just seen him in the chow hall, bro. I said, I just seen him in the chow hall, bro. He told me everything that's going smooth. I was like, yo, look, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, you know, I be dealing with the la, whatever the case, man. But I'm like, man, for real, he was telling me about the hottest chicken that you be sending in the joint, bro. I was like, man, what's goody with that? You know what I mean? He was like, bro, listen, bro, I got a ton of that, bro. You know what I mean? He was like, you know, I'm a chef in the kitchen. So I do it myself. So I'm gonna make sure everything what it's supposed to be. The fiends gonna go bananas in there. I promise you that. I promise you that. He was like, what you trying to get though? He said, cause you know, bro, be spending the 250 with me. You know what I mean? I just look out and give him the halftime. I'm like, yeah, bro. I'm like, look though, this the thing though, bro. I said, man, I need you to throw me one time. I said, throw me one time, bro. Throw me one time. You know what I mean? I said, because bro said the way he get it in, the 14 Grizzlies get you 10 because he got to give the dude who getting it in 4 grams. You know what I mean? He was like, bro, look, bro, don't even say no more. He was like, look, call me back in 10 minutes. He said, I'm about to call bro. He said, bro just got off work. I'm about to call him. I was like, all right, so he hung up. I chilled in the room probably a little bit more. Next thing you know, the phone ring again. My man gave it to me. It's bro. I'm like, what's up? He was like, I just hollered at him. He was like, look, everything's a go Friday. He was like, look, you know what I mean? I put the job together. He was like, look, just send me my 250 on the back end. You know what I mean? He was like, but you good though, bro. That's all I want from here on out is the 250. I'm like, yeah, bro. I was like, man, please, bro, do that for me. He's like, bro, you ain't gotta say that, bro. You a lot. You know what I mean? So me and him chopped it up about what he doing out there. Bro was actually working and hustling. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, yo, bro, be careful out that joint. Even though I needed them joints in the prison, I was like, be careful out. He was like, yeah, bro, it's just be me and my girl. I don't mess with dudes. I'm chilling. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, bro, I got your number, bro. I'm gonna hit you again. You know what I mean? Once everything touchdown. He was like, all right, I hung the phone up. My man over there, joint, like, man, that's what's up. That's the type of dude I like, man. Like, dudes that don't be touring around. I'm like, yo, bro, always been official. This is a dude that I met on Sussex 2. I didn't even know him on the street, but we both of us from Norfolk. You know what I mean? But we bonded crazy. You know what I mean? When we was in 3D, we kind of bonded crazy, man. Me and him been cool ever since. So now that this is a play that I'm waiting for now. Now I'm saying to myself now, y'all, like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna have 10 Grizzies. I'm gonna have 10 grams of the Hottie's chicken, man. That's over 7. That's over a Vic. I can look out for a lot of people, man. First of all, I'm gonna look out for my man who I'm in the cell with right now. You know what I mean? Because he has experience with this Hottie's chicken. And second, I'm gonna look out for Bo, man. That's what I told myself. Man. I said, man, I'm gonna make sure Bo gets straight, y'all. So boom. I told y'all that's the type of dude that I am, man. So, like, man, that's what's up. I'm ready. But I didn't want to tell people what was going on, because once you tell people what's going on, anything can happen. I don't think nothing is a lock until it's in your hands anyway in penitentiary, man. Like, I don't be like, yo, it's about to happen. I'm going to get it. No. You got to just stay humble, man, because it's never a lock until it's put in your fingertips. So I just was chilling. I didn't even want to alert nobody. So when Friday came around, you know what I mean? My man sent me a kite at breakfast. Was like, yo, make sure you come to lunch. You know what I mean? Bet. I come to lunch, y'all. This is my word. I ain't even tell Bo, my homeboy. I go to lunch. I go holler at bro again. Me and him talking. He was like, yo, look in the bucket. You know what I mean? Because what he do is, like, both child halls has a dude that clean the dining room. You know what I mean? So they get to see all the pods, regardless if they're on that side or this side. So bro on this side. So his bucket is what he be using to clean the tables after every pod leaves. So he clean the tables, take trays up, the dudes leave. That's what he do. So he was like, look in that bucket, bro. He said, I got it in that brown napkin. So I'm like, all right. Walked to the bucket. It was sitting right on the little joint where he be at. I looked. I was like, I grabbed that joint. It was a little napkin. I grabbed that joint, and I felt the bulkiness in it. Pause. I felt it in my hand. I promise y'all, man. I was like, I looked at it. I was like, I put that joint up. You know what I mean? Like, I was sitting there for a minute. I was like, yo, I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Bono was like, you don't want your tray? I'm like, nah, you can get it. And it was the glizzy tray. I was like, I'm out of here, y'all. So boom. I dipped back to the pod immediately. By the time they came back, the cut was on. I had to cut them all the way up. I promise you, man. I'm in the cell. When I looked at the junk, I'm like, man, I was like, man, bro, saying that junk was like majorly tan. You know what I mean? It was like a decent, like, it was moldy, it was white, and it looked white, but you could tell it was tan. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, this what's up, man. I'm like, yo, I'm like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and holler, man. So I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and bust it up, pause, and you know what I mean, for Bo can know what to do. You know what I mean? Because I was like, I ain't even gonna pump in the pod, like, because once people see me popping up with Hottie's chicken on a Friday, people gonna start watching to see where is it coming from, and like, that's a natural reaction from prisoners. But like, I'm not trying to alert nobody about this, so I was like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and bust it up for Bo, for he can know what to do. So I chopped it up, but I chopped up a lot, but not all of it. So I go to the door, I pull the cut down. I said, yo, get Bo. He was standing at the joint watching TV. He was like, I was like, yo, come here. He was like, come here. Came up the steps. Bro came up the steps. No, we get to the door. Came in the joint. He was like, what's up? I'm like, what's up, bro? Here. He was like, what's this? I was like, bro, some Hottie's chicken. Some Hottie's chicken, bro. He was like, for real? I mean, how much is it? And you giving it to me? I was like, yeah, bro. I was like, man, listen, bro. I said, man, that's $450 worth of Hottie's chicken, bro. I said, look, bro, all I need is $150. Like, I'm looking out for him. Like, I'm gonna get the $250 that I owe, bro. That's gonna be nothing. I got way more than enough. He was like, man, for real, bro? I was like, yeah, bro, that's you, bro. I was like, look, bro, you keep the other $350. Get you some money, bro. Get your box right, bro. Or just, he was like, well, how am I gonna clean the money? I said, look, when you got money to be clean, bring it to me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure the money's straight, because there was other people in the pod that I can use, and I can use my green dot card. So I watched bro go out in the pod, man. Like, I came on the top tier, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. I just started watching, and I felt like a proud friend. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man, because I see bro, like, he at the door in rare form. I look, he talking to the white dudes. I look, he over here, he doing this, he doing that. You know what I mean? Bro grinding. And then I looked and I seen him talking to this black dude. Now, this black dude we talking about, we're gonna call him George, man. Now, George, kind of short, brown skin, bald head dude, light beard game. You know what I mean? He was one of those dudes that definitely spin that bag. Now, he was known for somebody to spend that bag, man, but I didn't know he messed with the Hardy's chicken. I know he messed with that Lala, he messed with the tobacco, and then maybe sometime on the D block that I think I probably seen him get down like that. But like, he definitely had the bag. I don't know how he had the bag, but he was spending money. You know what I mean? So I see bro talking to him. You know what I mean? I see bro talking to him, he hollering at him. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, after bro hollered at him, bro came in the sale. He was like, yo, hey, that's my word, man. He was like, man, I might need some more. I was like, why you say that? He was like, because I just sold dude the last 200 that I had. You know what I mean? He was like, for real, I gotta go pick up 250. We go outside. But he was like, dude, trying to get 400. You know what I mean? He was like, but I only got 200 left. What should I do? What should I tell him? I said, man, tell him you got 200. I put it on the table. He was like, wow, my nigga, man. He was like, man, he hugged me. He was like, man, we appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I was like, bro, what you mean, bro? Let's just get this money. I said, look, after you do that, look, tell them dudes, them white dudes you was talking to, I said, tell them you trying to get commissary by a list. You trying to get a list. You trying to make them get a list of commissary if they trying to get some more right this second. I said, just chill after that right there. Just chill for a second. We gonna see how this shit look, if they like it, or whatever you gonna do. Bro, dip downstairs. It's my word. He dipped downstairs, hollered at the old head George, came back. You know what I mean? When he came back, he was like, man, that's crazy, man. Man, that's wild, man. I appreciate you, Weezy, man. He was like, I ain't even gonna lie, like, the drilling in Russia, this whole thing, it feel good, man. He was like, what? One thing for sure and two things for certain. I was like, what? You winning? He was like, nah, that dude George better have my money.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.